Hello my brothers and welcome back to the channel. I literally just woke up and saw a video from Arch Warhammer. And I watched the first half of it, which is probably the most important part. I'm going to watch the rest of it, and I'm going to share with you guys an important, just short of 5 minutes, I believe, in the video. Just short of that. I'm gonna put that here. Hope Arch doesn't mind, because I think that's the most important bit in terms of the immediate stuff.
Greetings and salutations, friends. We all knew this day was coming. It's sadly somewhat inevitable these days, is it not? Unfortunately, the infiltration, the subversion, and the politicization of hobbies has been a pretty damn common occurrence over the last few years. I've predicted it, many of you have as well, and again, it was hardly a difficult prediction. We've seen it happen in video games, we've seen it happen in movies, we've seen it happen to Marvel, we've seen it happen to Star Wars, and now it is happening to Warhammer. But I think we have one last chance to send a bit of a warning shot across Games Workshop's bow to simply say, stay out of it. Don't get involved, stay neutral, simply keep producing the universe and the miniatures that we all love, and we will all be happier for it. You don't have to get involved. We do not expect you as a company to have a moral position on today's political issues. Keep politics where it belongs in the real world, and let us have our escapism. Let us have our Warhammer. And so I suggest an email campaign to Games Workshop. Because, believe you me, 5 emails all about the same subject matter, that will raise attention. 10 emails? Now the alarm bell starts ringing. 100? 1,000? They will notice, believe you me. So, down in the description below, I have posted a recommendation for an email template that you can send to them along with their email address. Of course, if you wish, you can write something entirely up to yourself. You can change the text if you wish as well. Do bear in mind, however, that the people who will be receiving this first and foremost are simply just the customer support staff, normal men and women who are in no way involved in the decision-making process. These people have done nothing wrong, nor are they in any position to do anything wrong, honestly. So be nice, be polite, and, treat them like human beings. The people further up the ladder, trust me, they will get the message regardless. So, before I really start talking about what I'm hoping this will achieve, why I'm thinking this is a good idea, etc., let's first and foremost just read through the suggested text, yeah? Warhammer is for everyone. This sentiment was never in doubt in the Warhammer community. Warhammer Fantasy and 40k have been played in stores and hobby rooms all across the globe by people of all races, religions, and genders. We were all brought together by our common love for these deep, dark, and complex worlds. It superseded our differences and united us with common love for the game and the universe in all its grim glory. But then, on June the 5th, the Warhammer Community Team stated that we were wrong. For the first time ever, Warhammer was not for everyone. For the first time ever, Warhammer chose to close its doors to some. For the first time ever, Warhammer chose to say, if you feel the same way, we are glad to have you, and if you don't, you will not be missed. For the first time ever, fans of Warhammer were attacked for their opinions. Spell was broken, and the community immediately descended into vitriol and witch hunts. A little over a month after the statement, the community has never been more fractured. It has never been more divided, and everyone is wondering who is up next on the chopping block. It is time for Games Workshop to step up and say, Warhammer is for everyone. No if you agree, no you will not be missed, no ifs, no buts. Warhammer is for everyone, including people like me. And there you have it, my suggested draft for an email you can send to Games Workshop. Again, of course, you can change the wording if you want, you can even write your own email straight up, but I figured this would be a nice, fairly neutral, fairly soft-worded letter to send them. And I designed it specifically for that purpose as well. I want this to be something that anyone can look at and go, you know what? this is fine. Warhammer is for everyone. And if you know anyone who's not involved in the political discussion at all, in fact, I encourage you to share this around, spread it around to people, regardless of their leaning, of their politics, or if they're not interested at all, and simply just ask them, would you like for Warhammer to remain Warhammer? Would you prefer it if they simply just stayed out of modern day politics entirely and simply just continued to create the models and the storylines that we all love? Because if you agree, then now is the time to say so.
The rest of his video, please go watch the whole 13 minutes plus of his video, because I still gotta watch the rest of it, but I'm certain there's more important stuff throughout the whole video. But this is the stuff like I need, like information wise, I need to get out to you guys as fast as possible. Please share it around, please, and don't share my video, share Arch's. My video is just how I'm letting my audience know. But if you're gonna share this stuff around with all your friends, with everybody who needs to speak up against Games Workshop and against Games Workshop's honest BS with trying to divide their own communities and divide their own fan base. We need to fight back against this. We need to stop this at its root. We need to pull it out and burn it. This needs to stop. So please, I'm going to write up my own email from the ground up. I don't expect everybody to do that. I'm going to basically not copy and paste the whole of Arch's email description, but the chunk of it that is viable for what we're talking about here and for the email. I hope most of us will be sending to Games Workshop. And Zerius, if you're watching this, I know you're a pessimist like 90% of the time. Just do this. Just copy and paste it. It's easy as hell. And I know you're a pessimist. You're like, oh no, nothing's gonna get done. I'm like, do it. Do it. I'm watching you. I know you're there. I'm watching you. Anyway, I'm gonna write up my own email. You guys don't have to do that. But please send an email, because I don't care if you hate Arch to his fucking core, to his guts, if you hate like half the community. This is one thing we can all agree on, is we do not want politics in our hobby. If you do want politics in the hobby, you're not in it for the hobby. You're in it for the satisfaction of some kind of schadenfreude of bullshit. Stop with this. You want to have political discussions, go to a caucus. Go to your local bar and start a bar fight over who's going to be the president. I don't give a shit. It has nothing to do with the Warhammer hobby, and it shouldn't have anything to do with the Warhammer hobby. We don't care about what your race is. We don't care about your sexual identity. We don't care about your gender. We don't care about any of that superficial garbage that couldn't matter less. If you're defined by any of those features, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I'm defined by my actions and my choices. My gender and my race could not mean less in the grand scheme of things, and it doesn't for anybody else either. It's a diluted view. But anyway, without further ado, please send this email. It's what I plan to do. I encourage everybody to send one. Thanks, guys.